In a few months, I want to be completely off the grid on top of a mountain with a coffee in my hand, enjoying the sunrise from my van. No hotels, just me and the van and the wife. She'll be tagging along. And if you know my builds, you know that this won't be just any old regular camper. It's going to be teched out from the inside. Let the series commence. Welcome to Under Construction. Now this episode is all about laying down the groundwork, clearing out the van, adding sound deadening, insulation, carpeting. It's not the flashiest part of the build, but it's the foundation for everything that's going to come up next. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Build your brand, connect with your audience, and sell anything on your terms. Make it happen with Squarespace. I'll give you guys a little tour of this van. We have a Ford Transit Custom, short wheelbase, but high roof, which means I can actually stand up in it. I do have to tilt my neck a little bit, but I can stand up in it. I think once the roof's in there though, I'll have no chance standing like this. I'll always have to be a little bit like this. It's got 170,000 miles on the clock, but despite its high mileage, the condition of it inside is pretty good. So it gives me high hopes that whatever's under this floorboard isn't gonna be a surprise. We've got some storage up here as well, future storage options. The bulkhead, I'm most likely gonna be removing this and possibly just exposing the front two seats and then keeping this as a wall. And then over here, I'm hoping to fit some sort of bed. What type of bed? I don't know yet. We're gonna have to do some more research on the type of living situation that we're gonna have here. That's pretty much the whole tour. There's not much to show you, I'm not gonna lie. Kirsty's already earning herself some brownie points by bringing me cups of tea for this project and keeping me well fed and supplied. Now, it's not particularly dirty, but I am curious to see the condition of this floor. Underneath this floorboard, it might be hiding some dark secrets. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's all in good condition. It doesn't have any holes or major rust problems. But yeah, we're gonna discover that very shortly. So step one, let's clean it all out. Let's take up the floor, and then we can begin to think about insulating it and all of that kind of stuff. Panel one, done. Not bad at all. Just needs a little clean up. Between me and you, I was actually hoping to find some money under it. There's just dirt under it. Plastic straw. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen these in years. That can go in my museum of great things that no longer exist. Cable ties, a pen. Oh, you just okay. Okay. Well, the biggest takeaway from this, apart from get yourself a new broom tomorrow, is that we've got a great start. Got to get this cleaned up, and then we can lay our insulation and soundproofing, and then board it back up. These things come flying out like bullets, I tell you. Whoa. That's the last of the panels removed. Super lightweight. I could just pick them all up in one go. No way you could do that with plywood. So that's the floor treated for rust. All I did was use a drill and this wire brush to take off any rust. And then I covered it in this stuff. This is a rust treatment liquid. You just paint over it and apparently it does the job. Now, to make a van feel comfortable and homely, and to make it feel like you're not sleeping in a tin can, one of the first stages is to sound deaden it. This is a product from Dodo Mat. They are a British soundproofing company, and this is their sound deadening material. And they're very flexible. They've got this foil on the exterior, and on the back, they've just got like this sticky pad, which is very easy to stick. They're also super easy to cut. You can just run a Stanley knife through it, and then you just simply stick this stuff on empty parts of your panels, and that should reduce sort of the tinniness of the van. I've also learned that it's important to cover your wheel arches because that will also help reduce the road noise. I'm not going to do this top one because a window's going here, so it's going to be cut out to make space for a window anyway. So I just need to sort out these bottom panels. Okay, this is the original van flooring. And I feel quite lucky because it's in good condition. From every sort of YouTube build that I've seen, people have had to redo the floors themselves by cutting it out of plywood and tracing it, and it just seems like a nightmare. So I feel like I've bypassed that stage and I've got nice flooring here. It's a little bit dirty, so we're gonna clean it up, and then as it's drying, I'm gonna fit another product from Dodo Mat in. This is their, what's this specifically called? This is called Vehicle Floor Underlay Treatment. It's 7mm thick, it's sound deadening and insulation all in one roll, and it's an easy peel and stick application. It reduces panel vibration and noise, and this is specifically designed to put down on the floor. I'm gonna clean this up. As it's drying, we're gonna fit this into the van now that we've rush treated it and it's all good there. Then this floor goes on top of it, and then we put some nicer flooring on top of it. Can we get this done today? I've got about 5 hours left in the day before it starts getting really dark, so wish me luck. For anybody who hates spiders, don't watch this. I'm setting up my camera and I'm putting my face right close in these bushes, and I nearly touch face with this thing. It's huge. Oh, brother. Okay, I'm ready to install the floor underlay. Now, it has been recommended to me that I go lengthways like this, not that way, not long ways, lengthways, width ways. I don't know what you call it. And the reason for that, even though you do end up with more cuts, is the fact that these grooves and bumps over here are very hard to get it over. So apparently it's easier to get it over this way than it is that way. Okay, now I just got to do this across the whole van. Yeah, this is gonna take a couple of hours for sure. That was not easy. Okay, one of these rolls has covered more than half of my van over here. There's some empty gaps on the sides that I need to fill, and I've got one more roll left, and I think we're in safe hands. I think we can cover this whole area. First of all, it's a little bit more narrow because of the wheel arches. We are losing light. It's getting a lot darker, making it harder to film. Might call it a day for this stage. Quite happy with the progress, to be honest. Floor insulation and dampening on. Difficulty level of the sound deadening was like 1. That was super easy. Difficulty level here jumped up to a 4, I'd say. I think it was very hard getting the material into like the grooves and making sure it sticks down properly without having too many air gaps. It's also quite a sticky material, quite easy to rip by hand if you're trying to like peel it off. But I can already feel it's made a huge difference. It's made it sound less echoey in here, and the floor is nice and soft. Sound deadening around the walls and ceilings is pretty much done. However, I still have another layer of insulation to go, and then we have some more insulation, but I'm gonna leave that until we've done the first stage of electrical fixings, just so it's not getting in the way, because there's this like white fluffy stuff. I just don't want it to be around and then get blown around in the wind and then it comes out. It'll be a little bit annoying. So that I'm gonna leave to last until we're ready to board things up. After doing some research, apparently it's a really good idea to close off any gaps that you might have with foil tape. And that's what we're gonna be doing right now. And oh my God, this van seems tiny with this lens on. I'm using like a super wide lens. Like even if my nose was touching the actual glass, see that? My nose is touching the actual glass of the lens. My face is still in the shot. Oh my God. So basically, I'm gonna go over every bit of gap that I see, including around the edges of the van, and we're gonna cover it in this foil tape. I think this is gonna be a fun process because foil tape's actually quite fun to use. Okay, with the floor insulation now down, that's basically the foundations of this van build. And speaking of foundations, if you're looking to build something of your own, then Squarespace is the perfect place to start. Squarespace is a website building platform. So whether you need to build yourself a portfolio, a way to take bookings, or even to sell products, then listen up, because their tools and templates makes it very easy to build a professional looking website in minutes. Now, I actually use Squarespace to run my own business, Ikon Studios. It's a production space I provide for film and video creators, and on my site, clients can explore the studio, check out availability, and book directly through the calendar system. And all of my payments are handled automatically by Squarespace, so I don't have to worry about invoices or any other admin work. Building the actual site was super easy as well, thanks to their Fluid Engine editor. Everything's pretty much drag and drop, and the end result looks so professional without me having to learn a single line of code. So yes, thank you to Squarespace. They help me run my business efficiently, which means I get to spend more time on passion projects like this, converting my van into God knows what right now. A gaming bus. It's not quite a bus though, is it? Gaming van. Building my ultimate gaming van, part 1. There you go. And if that sounds like something you are interested in, check out my link in the description. You can get a 14-day free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, you can use my discount code Constantine and get yourself 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. My buddy Jack is gonna react to my van. He hasn't seen it since it's been like an empty shell in its original state. Come through, mate, have a look.
Whoa, okay. Wow, okay, it's come on quite a way. What happened to the old floor that you had in here? You had like big wooden panels.
Yeah, they're still here. I've cleaned them up, so they're nice and clean. Our mission now is to lay them back down.
Same ones going back in, yeah?
Same ones.
Okay.
And then we put like a nice decorative floor on top of that.
Right.
So that's our mission today.
Shag carpet, yeah?
The shag carpet, yeah. So that's what I brought you in here for today. You're gonna help me do that.
Cool, okay, right.
You know what?
It's like Lego.
That was a lot smoother than I thought it'd be. I think where I was doing it by myself previously, I was scraping everything.
So what you missed was like a big, strong, handsome man to help you.
Yeah, still can't find him anywhere.
Oh.
Oh, yes, now.
Good, job done. Nice one, man.
Well,
Cool.
I've got a floor now. I'm kind of losing track of days here. I think this is like day 5 of me working on the van. The next step is to carpet the walls of the van. I'm not gonna go ahead and build like loads of timber framing around the van because I think that will take up unnecessary space. And also I don't have the skills for that, to do that myself. That's the plan today. I'm not gonna start with the floor because I feel like once I lay this floor down, a lot of these gaps here will close up and I won't be able to seamlessly tuck in the carpet into the little gaps. Now, perhaps we shouldn't have put the wood floor down just yet. Perhaps I should have worked on the carpet a bit and then put the wood floor down, but we'll see. If it gives me any ag, we'll get the floor up and then I'll tuck the carpet in under that. But I think we should be fine. All of the YouTube videos I've seen people do this, it looks very difficult and very fiddly. Like you get one big patch of carpet and then you just sort of glue it onto all of these bits. It feels like quite a daunting task right now, but I guess you never know until you get stuck into it of how it is. Okay, I think I have a problem, and this is what I mean. So a window's going in here, so we're not gonna see the middle bit. However, I think I went too far with my cuts over here, and to bend the fabric around, I had to go a little bit further, and I think all of this silver bit will be exposed unless I put some carpet on here. But then you can see the stitches, and I don't think it will look good, because look, you could see sort of the line here. Yeah, this carpet lining job is proving to be a bit tricky. I've just got to be patient, take my time, and then do it, because it's not super hard, it's just very fiddly, very fiddly. And the reason I'm saying this job isn't too difficult, because compared to something like electrics and fitting in a diesel heater, that's something beyond my knowledge. That's something that if I get wrong, this whole thing could burn overnight. This, you can't get it wrong. And if you do get it wrong, it's just an aesthetics thing. And that's just what's happened to me. So I got it wrong, but we're gonna see how we can fix it later down the line, because there is no way that I'm removing this thing twice in a row. That's right, video footage on this camera didn't quite capture it because I ran out of battery, and it didn't quite align right. So I just took the whole thing off. Here it is, scrunched up bit of carpet. Hopefully it's not fully wasted. Hopefully I can reuse bits of it. But yeah, I just removed it all and started again. By the way, this is my gym. It's currently being used as a storage ground for all of my van stuff. Right, I'm gonna crack on with the second half of the van. Hopefully I've learnt my lessons there, and I'm not gonna cut too deep when it comes to the window edges. Now, this was something I was bearing in mind whilst I was doing it, but it just sort of crept up on me, and yeah, I ended up cutting too much. As you can tell by the beautiful golden light that is hitting my face currently, it is approaching end of today. And all I managed to do in this space of time is just to carpet line one side of the van. Now, this was a challenging process, but instantly this addition of having the carpet around the exposed parts of the metal has made the van feel a lot more cozy and homely. I feel like my little home on wheels is starting to take shape from the inside. A new day is upon us. Let me guys show you what I got up to last night. Okay, give you guys a more closer look, see what I've managed to achieve. I've obviously trimmed out the carpet so it's nice and fitting all the way around. But yeah, I've made it nice and flush to the seal here, and it goes all the way up to the ceiling. Eventually there'll be panels or storage cabinets over here as well, so we're not going to carpet any of this. So that was yesterday's job, and today doing this side. Wish me luck. I think I'm a little bit better at it now, so it shouldn't take that long, but you never know. You never know. It might just take me even longer. At this point, I'm not quite sure what day of the build it is, but for the past 2 days, I've been trying to carpet the walls of this van. Now, the day before yesterday, I got this wall done. I'm gonna be honest, it's really tested my patience. The first time I got it on, it was all wonky and I didn't like how it looked, so I just took it all off. Second time round, I feel like I messed up around the windows because I'm not quite sure what the plan is with them. I know I'm gonna have windows, but I'm not quite sure how much of a gap I need where I'm cutting around my corners. So there might be areas of my windows that have no carpet on there and it's just gonna look really sloppy. Hopefully not though. And then yesterday I spent all day doing this side. I wanna say it was easier, but it wasn't. It was just as hard. Unfortunately, there's still more to go with the carpeting, such as these back doors. See all of these exposed bits? Yeah, I want them carpeted as well. I think it'll look nice if it is. And then obviously the sliding door on the side as well. Personally, I don't think I can continue doing 3 days of the same task. So to switch things up a little bit, I'm gonna do some insulating today. So you've already seen me sound dead in the walls of the van, which is sticking these panels down, but now we need to insulate them. And there's a different material from Dodo Mat that we're gonna use for this process. And this is the stuff I'm gonna be using today. This is called a Thermo liner. Easy installation, cut, peel and stick. I'll be the judge of that. So, I've only got a roll of this stuff, and apparently it's supposed to go between walls, on the ceiling, and this door that I keep forgetting about because it's always open. A couple of months you would have seen me help my friend Luke transform his van, and that kind of sparked off this series that I'm doing for myself now. Now Luke is currently traveling the world, so I thought I'd send him some update pictures, and this is what he had to say.
Well, Con, firstly, welcome to the coast of the Caspian Sea in Azerbaijan. Thanks for sharing those photos with me. You've done an incredible job. And those parts are the really tedious, time-consuming bits. And it looks like you've done them absolutely meticulously. I'm going to say probably better than I've done mine. So hats off to you. But that's testament to your attention to detail. It looks incredible. And I love the fact you've gone for double windows. I think on hindsight now, for mine, 2 windows would have been a better option. But I'm going to install like a porthole in the back. I think just a little bit more lighting. But mate, it's looking incredible. And it looks, from first look at it, it looks solid. It looks like you can stand in it and it doesn't sound echoey and tinny, and that is amazing. You're making really incredible work, and I can't wait to get back to the UK to see it in person. Keep it up, mate. It's pretty incredible. I've got an ultra marathon to run and I'm 20k in, so I'll see you on the other side, mate.